In a future not so far from now, one day in the 2030s, a robotics corporate giant named Omnica Corporations developed high-tech sentient robots, the Omnics. The company built automated factories named Omniums across the world and started mass-producing these humanoid AI robots. Made to bring about an economic golden age, it only took a few years for Omnics to find their places in society. But as Omnica Corporations was shut down after evidence of fraud, all Omniums were shut down as well. And so, time passed all the way to the 2040s. One day, with causes still unknown to this day, the deactivated Omniums around the world suddenly rebooted, and the Omnics created from these rogue Omniums launched a military campaign to wage war against humanity for no particular apparent reason. The start of the first Omnic crisis. And so, the world was stained with blood and scorched iron. Against this global-scale disaster, humanity united against Omnic's forces. The United States ran soldier enhancement programs, while Germany worked with an order of modern knights, the Crusaders. And South Korea, in order to combat an Omnic colossus, established Mecha, a mobile exoforce unit. Australia, meanwhile, managed to establish a peace accord with the Omnics, but this involved gifting the country's Omnium and the surrounding area to them. This caused the human population to riot. They sabotaged the Omnium's fusion core, and this resulted in an explosion that destroyed the lands. However, there were some who survived on this unlivable land. Calling themselves Junkers, they formed a lawless society where only the fittest survived.
Scavengers like you ain't so bad. You know how to fight dirty.
Meanwhile, in hopes of turning the tides in this unprecedented crisis, an elite strike unit was founded. An international task force we call Overwatch. Secretly founded at the behest of United Nations, with Gabriel Reyes as its first commander, they recruited Jack Morrison, Reinhard Wilhelm, Ara Amari, Torbjorn Lindholm. Overwatch recruited members on a global scale to effectively fight against Omnic's forces. The establishment of Overwatch turned the tides of war in favor of humanity. The strike team took down Omnic's command protocols, and humanity overcame the Omnic crisis. Although not all combat Omnic units were destroyed, and 30 million children were left orphaned, to name just a few of the unsolved aftermaths. But Overwatch's unit had been expanded as an international peacekeeping force, while some Omnics established the Shambhali Monastery in hopes of bringing harmony to society by suggesting a new kind of relationship for both humans and robots. Overwatch became more than just a unit, for their operations did not merely involve use of force for maintaining peace. From innovation, climatology, medical research, Overwatch inspired many, and the world was happy to have them. But not even Overwatch was free from the inevitable shadows cast by time. After the Omnic crisis and Overwatch's transformation, Jack Morrison had been given command after Gabriel Reyes. But to truly maintain world peace, laws and orders could sometimes be a burden. There was a need for a covert ops team that could deal with some icky jobs. So Reyes recruited those with complicated pasts and found a secret division, Blackwatch for Black Ops. A former member of the infamous Deadlock gang, Cassidy. An exile from the Shimada ninja clan, Genji. And Moira, who was rejected by her peers for ethical shortfalls. These are some of the notable figures picked up by Blackwatch. The omnic crisis was a thing of the past, but the world was still so far from achieving peace. For there were still too many gang syndicates wreaking havoc. An organization that sought to make humanity stronger by conflict, Talon, in attempts to assassinate Gerard Lacroix, a key member of Overwatch. They kidnapped her wife and turned her into a heartless killer, the Widowmaker. She inflicted a fatal wound on Ana Amari, as well as killing her own husband. She turned out to be a perfect living weapon for Talon. Meanwhile, a power figure of Talon named Antonio Bartolotti organized various attacks on a global scale, including Overwatch bases. But there was no decisive evidence, so with legitimate measures, meaning with Overwatch's methods, there was no way to arrest Bartolotti. Displeased with the status quo, Reyes decided to take measures himself.
Good evening, Commander Reyes. How will this look on the news? Overwatch unlawfully abducting a respected businessman? Even if you take me now, my friends would have me released within the week. All these theatrics have been a waste of our time.
You're right.
Reyes, what did you do? This was not the plan!
Well, looks like we're going with Plan B.
Reyes' drastic actions put Blackwatch in a hard spot, but the 4 members were one of a kind. Against Talon's forces, they managed to evacuate safely. But this whole incident revealed Blackwatch's existence to the world, causing public distrust against Overwatch to swell. Once the saviors of humanity, but now its reputation was starting to go down the drain. Press, media, crossfires all over Overwatch. Resentment towards working in the shadows. The very existence of Blackwatch. And growing internal conflicts. Overwatch was gradually collapsing down. Meanwhile, in London, an omnic extremist and terrorist group, Null Sector, had assaulted a gathering made by Tekartha Bandara of Shambali in hopes of uniting humans and machines and caused London to burn in flames. So a new Overwatch recruit, Lena Oxton, aka Tracer, Reinhardt, Torbjorn, and Mercy, the medic of Overwatch, despite the UK government prohibiting their activity, Morrison authorized the mission to stop the Null Sector from taking over London. After that event, in attempts to arrest Doomfist, a Talon council member, Overwatch formed an undercover strike team. They arrested Maximilian, another Talon member, to gain information about Talon and Doomfist. But since the press wasn't aware of that, their opinions did not change, and internal conflicts, as well, didn't change. After a year from the attack on London, a big-scale gunfight ensued in Switzerland Overwatch HQ, and Jack Morrison and Gabriel Reyes became missing in action. The 2 of them were considered dead, and a public funeral was held for Morrison. As Overwatch lost both leader figures, Overwatch was officially shut down after investigation. Then the Petrus Act was deemed against Overwatch, declaring all Overwatch activity illegal. All remaining agents were scattered, and they basically ended up as mercenaries.
Half of them are just mercenaries now.
Then another chunk of time passed, to the 2070s. After the disbandment, the world had become a much darker place. Again, for unclear reasons, Omnic struck again in several areas and started the second Omnic crisis, leaving many casualties. In Korea, an ace pilot of Mecha named Diva had barely managed to defend Busan from Omnics.
Activating defense matrix.
And a Russian company, Volskaya Industries, started producing military mecha walkers to fight back. a few examples of conflicts around the world. But even within this dark age, some still tried to bring peace, harmony to both machine and man.
Human, machine, we are all one within the iris.
But the movement's leader, Takartha Mandara, was killed by Widowmaker of Talon, causing yet another despair in the world. Meanwhile, Morrison and Reyes, who were thought to be dead, were still alive, and the two walked very different paths. Body drastically altered at some point, Reyes, aka Reaper, had joined Talon to hunt down ex-agents of Overwatch. And Jack Morrison used an alias, Soldier 76, fighting his way solo to find out who caused Overwatch to fall. But not just these two, many other heroes, in various places, lived different lives respectively.
And then they pushed you out.
Winston, hiding in Gibraltar Watchpoint, was one of them also.
The second omnic crisis continues to devastate Russia. The conflict between omnics and humans has now claimed over 15,000 lives. So far, the international community has been reluctant to intervene. Our human security team suffered heavy
Every time you see news of this sort, we go through this. I remind you, recalling Overwatch agents to active duty comes with great risk. The Petrus Act clearly states any Overwatch activity is deemed illegal and punishable by prosecution.
I know. You're right. That's the way the world is. But I do miss the old days.
Like so, Winston held back his wishes. But with the blare of alarms, Winston realized that Talon was attacking the base.
Talon. Athena. Kill the lights.
Security protocols failing. Winston, Reaper is extracting the Overwatch agent database. Extraction at 32%. He's going to have all agents' locations.
I'll be sure to send them your regards, monkey.
I'm not a monkey. I'm a scientist.
Extraction 90%. Failing 98%.
Hang on, Athena. Athena? Athena!
Virus quarantined. I'm running diagnostics on the core database. Restoring systems.
Never accept the world as it appears to be. Dare to see it for what it could be.
Establishing agent connections.
Winston? Is that you, love?
And thus, the recall order was sent to agents around the world.
Yes, it has.
May woke up from cryo-sleep and took a leap outside. Reinhardt decided to answer his calling once more. Anna, who had gone missing, emerged once again. Cassidy woke up a long-lost ally named Echo. Tracer and Winston joined their forces to stop Widowmaker and Reaper from stealing Doomfist Gauntlet in an exhibit. And announced that Overwatch was coming back.
Die.
But there were plenty of obstacles they had to overcome. Talon was still a substantial global threat, and there were so many secrets lurking under the shadows.
But with Talon's help, that can change.
You have my attention.
But in this unprecedented global crisis, the heroes that fought for the world rose up once more. And the new chapters of Overwatch are eagerly waiting to be written by you.
Winston?
What's on your mind, May?
Do we have enough people for this mission?
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. If you're going to show, now would be a good time.
Attention! This is your captain speaking. We are on final approach to Paris.
That's our cue.
You may now power on your electronic devices. Weather is mostly cloudy, with a 100% chance of null sector invasion. Winston, clear as a spot to land. We'll be right behind you.
You better be.
Why is Null Sector attacking now?
I don't know, May. But the people down there need help. And right now, we are all they've got. Bonjour, officer. We're here to help.
C'était un singe?
Good work, May.
Thanks! Watch your back!
Get the civilians to the ship!
You got it!
What was that?
Take cover!
May, stay with me! Winston!
May.
She needs help. We can't stay here.
everyone out of here. I'll hold the line.
But you said to stick together.
Don't worry. I'll be right behind you.
You'd better be.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Interlock shields!
How are we going to stop this thing?
May, your backpack!
Huh? That could work! Trissa, pulse bomb! Here you go!
This is getting hot!
Ready!
Go on!
Right! Got it!
Victory is ours, my friends!
Hi, Lena. Brigitte? Oh my gosh, you've grown! Oh, everyone, this is May.
Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you!
Reinhardt.
Good to have you on board.
Thank you.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
Yes. Yes, we are.